Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the force between the multiple charges. Suppose there is a system of n charges q1, q2, q3, q4 and qn. So we want to determine the force on one charge due to the rest of the charges. So for that we use the superposition principle according to which the force on any one charge due to other charges, the net force on any one charge due to the rest of the charges is equal to the vector sum of all the forces at one charge due to the other charges. This is the called superposition principle. So we will apply this principle to calculate the force on one charge due to the rest of the charges. So let us do it. Suppose we want to calculate the force on this charge q1 due to the rest of the charges. So suppose this is the origin or the reference point with respect to which we locate the different charges. Suppose this is the unit vector r1, vector r1 representing the position of this charge part till q1. This is the position vector r2 of this q2. So if we join this point q1 to q2, so let us suppose that this distance is r12 and the join this charge q1 and q3, so this distance is r13. Let us take this distance is r13. Now according to Coulomb's law, first let us calculate the force on this charge q1 due to charge q2. So what is the force vector F12? We considering initially that all the charges are positive, so force on this charge q1 due to this charge q2 will be in this direction. So its value will be vector F12 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q1 q2 by r12. This will be magnitude of this force F12, the force due to this charge q2 on charge q1. Now if we suppose that r12 cap is the unit vector in this direction, so vector F12 can be written as this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r12 square r12 cap. This is the force on charge q1 due to charge q2. Now the force on the same charge q1 due to charge q3, it can be written as F13. So what is the direction of this force F13? It will be in this direction, F13, vector F13. And if we suppose that R13 is the unit vector along this force F13, so this force in vector form can be written as this F13, vector F13 can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q3 upon r13 square into r13 cap. Now similarly we can calculate the force on q2 due to rest of the charges. So let us have the final, suppose the force due to nth charge. In the same way we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q1 qn upon r1n square into r1n cap, where r1 cap, suppose this is the nth charge, so its position vector rn with the position vector of this nth charge. So the force on this will be 1 on vector f1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 qn upon r1 square into vector r1 cap r1n cap. So according to superposition principle, the force net force on the charge we will present the net force on this charge q1 by vector f1. So this, according to superposition principle, will be equal to the vector sum of these forces, vector f12, vector f13 plus so on, vector f1n. Now, if we substitute the values of this f12, so we write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r12 square into r12 cap plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q3 by r13 square into r13 cap plus dot 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 so on the vector f1n. Vector f1n, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 qn upon r1n square r1n cap. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught and q1 common to all, so we can take outside q1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 upon, here you are left with q2 upon r12 square r12 cap plus q3 upon r13 square into r13 cap plus on qn upon r1n square into r1n cap. In summation form, this can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation I is equal to 2 to n q1 q, here it will be I, where I stands for 2, 3 and so on, upon r1I square into unit vector r1I cap. So net force on this charge q1 due to the rest of the charges of the system is equal to vector f1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation I is equal to 2 to n q1 qi upon r1I square into r1I cap. So this is the net force on this charge q1 due to rest of the charges. Now what is its direction? So direction of this force we can determine by using the parallelogram law of addition of vector. So draw a line parallel to this vector and draw a line parallel to this vector. So the resultant of these two forces f1, vector f12 and vector f13, it will be this vector, and we calculate the force due to this force charge, so it will have direction. Suppose this is having this direction, so this force and this force, the resultant of these two forces will be the, in the same way we can proceed to calculate